Horses coming at it. Bowler over on the far side. Bowler just in front. Rockin' Horse is in for the fight. Bowler and Rockin' Horse, they hit it. Bowler.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Final Gallop. It is episode 302 and is proudly supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. This week we're going to preview our Saturday runners at Doomben as well as a stable runner, Golden Boom at Moonee Valley. Morning Tony, we're coming off a great day at Doomben last Saturday with 3 winners in Set to Shine, Daytona and Rock Ribbed.
Yeah, good morning Claire, good morning everyone. Yeah, it was a good day at Doomben last week. The track raced really well, obviously a lot of rain early in the week, and you know the tracks are getting a bit of a hammering up here at the moment without the use of Eagle Farm. So I thought with a couple of sunny days it really improved nicely, and most horses got their chance, albeit soft ground, but most horses got their chance here last week, and I thought our horses raced really well. 3 different jockeys, 3 winners, 3 different bunch of connections. So
sharing the love.
It was a really good day out at Doomben, and the season started off very well so far for the stable.
It has. On this week we're going to spotlight one of our yearlings, now 2-year-olds that we have still have ownership opportunities in, and this week it's going to be the Harry Angel TNC 2-year-old filly who's just completed a preparation at our Gold Coast stables.
Yeah, nice filly. Got a bit of fun naming, won't you?
Yes.
Harry Angel got a TNC, so you
yes.
get plenty of fun there. Lovely filly, lovely big filly.
Yep.
Going to really mature into a nice horse. She's had a nice preparation. She's had a few preps already before this. Had a nice prep in the main sort of yards this time round. Action's good, lovely big girl that'll just grow out nicely. Just put her in the paddock now to give her a little breather, and then she'll come back a pretty nice filly. Stane's doing a good job.
Yes.
She's doing a really good job. And I just loved her when we saw her as a yearling at the sale. She just moved really well. Everything's just there in proportion. She's just going to grow into herself and be a magnificent looking horse after Chrissy, and then into end of a 2-year-old year and into a 3-year-old season.
And as you mentioned, her sire Harry Angel does continue to fire. Last Saturday 2 of his sons won impressively, with Arkansas Kid winning his 3rd stakes race, and Group 1 winner Tom Kitten won first up on a spring campaign.
Tom, wasn't he good?
Tom was
gelded.
great.
He was really good.
Yes.
He could be a big spring star. So, no, I think Harry's doing a fantastic job. I love the mating that's standing over this mare as well, and she's just a beautiful sort of horse. You know, there's no reason she won't get the job done as a racehorse. I really like her.
Okay, so if you are interested in an opportunity in this filly, please get in touch with us at sales@gollanracing.com.au, or you can contact any one of us directly. Okay, let's jump into our Saturday preview, and firstly our runner at Moonee Valley. The rail will be in the 5-metre position there, and the track is currently a soft 5 for some showers forecast. It is race 8 that we'll be contesting with Golden Boom, which is the Listed Carlyon Stakes over the 1,000 metres. He'll carry 58 kilos Blake Shin in the saddle, barrier 2. He's paying $8.50 to win and $2.30 for the place. He did win the Listed Chief de Beers earlier this preparation and hasn't been far away his past 2. And Bailey did give him a little zip around the valley on Tuesday morning to have a feel of the track. Yeah,
it's his first time away. He settled in really, really well. He's handled everything beautifully. He's jumped onto his Melbourne leg once here before we went down, then got around the valley beautifully Tuesday. He's a horse, he's up and fit, he's in good order, and I felt a trip would really help this horse. The negatives of this race are the set weights and penalties conditions. He just doesn't get in as well as he would if it was a handicap, but that's okay. Listed level is right up his alley. He's always been good at this level. He's won a couple of stakes races. He's really a nice horse at this grade. He maps to get a beautiful run. He's got one of Australia's best hoops on in Blake Shin. So the low draw, I feel, in a race like this is vitally important. There's a stack of really fast horses, particularly the 3-year-old, with a very light weight, and they'll be able to go quite quick on it. And it's going to have a couple of friends, Akron Montula as well, unusually bad the other day. You'd imagine try and put a bit of pressure on here. So we should be able to step well and just find the back of that speed. We saw over the winter he can be versatile. He doesn't have to lead. He can be just behind him, and as long as he's free flowing in a good rhythm. So I think they'll go quite quick here. He'll get a lovely run, and Chin will give him every chance. And I really think he'll measure up in this grade. Okay,
beautiful. On to our preview of our 9 runners for Doomben. The rail will be in the 3-metre position. The track is currently a soft 6 with mostly sunny, warm days ahead. How do you think it will race compared to last week?
I think it'll race better than last week. It didn't race poorly last week at all. Just typical wet track, bit soft track. You know, the fence was off. I think it'll race fairly. It's fairly uniform, the track now. It's got wear, right across the board. But we've had a beautiful week. We've had no rain, just a little sprinkle, 2 mil or something Tuesday morning. But we've had just some heavy dews and beautiful sunny days. We've got really warm weather into the weekend. So I think it'll race pretty typical of your late winter, early spring type track at Doomben. It probably will foam up a bit as the day goes on,
Okay.
but it'll be a good racing surface, and horses want to be ridden well to win on the track.
Okay. We kick off in race 2, which is the benchmark 70 handicap over the 1615 metres. A free carry will run in this with 55.5 kilos with Emily Lang's 3 kilo claim. He's drawn barrier 12. He's currently paying $10 to win and $3.20 for the place. In great form winning his past 2, which both have been at the mile. Up slightly in grade, wide draw, but he'll likely roll forward anyway.
Yeah, he will. He's a real free running type of horse. He likes to bowl up. Emily's claim is suitable. She won him on the last that Wednesday meeting, where he dropped significantly in weight from his Rockhampton win. So he's come back great this prep. He's just given me a good feel all prep. I've had a faultless time with him. He rolls forward here. The main sort of speed probably sits outside of him. They cart across, and then it's up to Emily just to judge the ride well, which she is riding in great form. So he's a nice front running miler. He's keeping on creeping up in grade, but the claim is really helping keep him at the right weight range, I think. So definite top 3 chance in one of those open type benchmark 70s.
Okay. We head to race 4 now, which is the No Metro Wins handicap over the 1350 metres. We have 2 runners in this. We'll start with Warby. He carries 60 kilos. He will be ridden by Ryan Maloney from barrier 6. He's paying $3.20 to win and $1.60 for the place. Scratch from last week and should get more favourable track conditions this week. He's been in good form of late without winning, but that's only been mainly due to the really average barriers he's been drawn, and he has drawn better for this. Yeah,
good thing for him this week is I scratched him last week from the wet track, and I'm glad I did. He just doesn't love it. He'll get a dry track this week. He gets a favourable draw. I think that draw's perfect for him, sort of 6 or 7, where he'll start from. And he's in the right grade. I think it tells you this is the right grade for him. This race is scaled up 3.5 kilos. So, as a genuine no metro, it's quite soft on ratings. So even with 60 kilos, he's well in. He's definitely the right horse for this race.
Okay, the other runner we have is Blazing Boots. He'll carry 54.5 kilos with Emily Lang's 3 kilo claim. Boots has drawn barrier 11. He's paying $13 to win at the moment and $3.80 for the place. He won 2 starts ago earlier in the winter over the mile. Returned after a little bit of a let up and looked good in a trial at Deagon a fortnight ago.
Yeah, he had just a small little let up, which does him the world of good, this horse. His spacing his runs is ideal. You can't run him under 3 weeks. Matter of 4 is probably optimal. So don't be worried about the space between runs. He gets a nice run here. He's drawn quite okay as well. He's settled just behind speed somewhere and give himself every chance. He probably just lacks the quality of Warby, I think, at this distance.
Okay.
Once this horse gets out to the mile, he's back to where he needs to be. But both horses in terrific condition will get the race run to suit, I'm sure, and track conditions to suit. But Warby goes on top. He's probably my best for the day.
Okay. Race 6 is the benchmark 78 handicap over the 1050 metres. We have Osamo running in this with 59.5 kilos with Emily Lang's 3 kilo claim. He's drawn barrier 2. He's paying $9.50 at the moment and $2.80 for the place. Fought on well for 5th class start at Sunny Coast on a soft 7. We'll appreciate the better track and the drop in grade.
We'll most certainly appreciate the better track. He needs to get back on good ground, which is what he'll get on the weekend. He's got a low draw. I think I mentioned going to the Sunshine Coast. Whenever I have him back in that class 6 or this type benchmark grade, he's right up with them. He's only beaten Langton a bit the other day, and he rolled back into the inferior part, and Mr. Galazai, before he come out and knocked Liquor sideways, actually come in and brushed him. So, I think he should have finished even that little bit closer. I think off a low draw, if he steps as well as he did for Emily, like he did at the Sunny Coast, he'll just bang and cross them and lead the fence, and he'll be the horse they have to catch. There is a bit of pressure in the race and a bit of speed, but he's that sort of free running, free bowling sort of horse that racing suits him. So, I think he's an excellent chance. I think he's over the odds, actually. I think he opened up about 12, he's in about $9 something now, but he's still over the odds in my mind.
Okay. The other runner we have in this race is Michelle. He'll carry 59.5 kilos. Jimmy Orman will ride barrier 12. He was front and centre a little bit ago. Now he's gone to the back of the box. He is currently paying $11 to win and $3 for the place. He's as honest as the day is long, and he hasn't been far away in his past 2. Arguably the run of the race last start from the turn, but gets another wide barrier here.
Yeah, the horse in front of him got shoved sideways on the corner the other day, and he got pushed out, and he really closed off late from back last. The barriers are just not kind to him, this horse, unfortunately, and the options for him aren't great at his distance range. So he'll run. What does suit him here is the amount of speed. Hopefully we can deep in midfield or a touch worse. Even if we're 3 deep with cover, it wouldn't bother me. And then he loves getting to the outside and room and running on. He'll have the flashing light on him. It'll just depend on how far he's off them.
Okay, so Osama on top?
I think Osama goes on top for me, and it definitely wouldn't shock me if he won this race.
Okay.
I thought his run at Sunshine Coast was brilliant. He's every bit as good going into this, and Doomben dry track really suits him.
Race 7 is the benchmark 70 handicap over 1,200 metres. We have 3 running in this. We'll start with Dramatica, who'll carry 56 kilos after Emily Lang's 3 kilo claim. She's drawn barrier 1. She's paying $23 to win and $6 for the place. 6 weeks since her first up run at the Rockhampton Carnival when she was a really good third, drawn well, and Emily's claim will certainly help her.
Yeah, it will. I had a little setback with her when I got her back. I've got her back on track now, which is good. She probably wants this run to bring her back up to the mark. Should have finished much, much closer at Rockhampton. This is definitely her grade, but I think she'll need this run to bring her back up to speed.
Second runner we'll talk about is Miss Tambo, 57 kilos with Jag Guthman-Chester in the saddle, barrier 5. She's paying $12 at the moment to win and $3.80 for the place. First up after a big break and does typically race well fresh. Has had a jump out and was an eye catcher in a trial at Deagon a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, she had a good preparation. She's in good order. She's over the odds. You know, hopefully she just finds a spot, you know, third pair, something like that, just on the back of the speed, not get too far back. And if she does, I think she races really, really well here.
Third runner is Zarina Sophia, 56.5 kilos. Jimmy Orman rides barrier 1. She's paying $8 to win and $2.80 for the place. She's a newcomer to the stable and has previously raced at stakes level, drawn well, had a nice trial under a hold for Jimmy Orman at Deagon.
I think if you look at her runs down south, this prep to start off with, they're all on really heavy testing, yucky winter tracks. This will suit her so much better. Orman's actually won on her when Gerald brought her up here to race a little while ago at Doomben. Her form's definitely good enough for this. Her trial at Deagon suggested she's going well enough for this. Low draw. She actually jumped first at the trials the other day and just allowed to come back behind them. A lot of speed maps probably have her right out the back. I don't. I have her just on the back of the speed. She's just behind whatever the leading bunch is, getting a nice run, and if she gets the break, she's the one to beat. I think she's my leading chance in the race, and I think she's exceptionally hard to beat. Okay,
we go to race 8 now, which is the Class 6 plate over 1,200 metres. We have Spirit Queen in this, 52 kilos with Emily Lang using 1.5 kilo of her 3 kilo claim. She's drawn barrier 5. At the moment, Spirit Queen's paying $6 to win and $2.10 for the place. Deep into her prep and holding her form quite well. She won first up and since has had 4 consecutive placings, drawn well and will enjoy the better track than last start and also the lightweight.
Yeah, first time she's drawn well for a while. She normally draws off the track, and the other day I just thought with the big weight, Jimmy got her into a beautiful spot. She just couldn't quicken at the 1,000 as good as the lighter weighted horse could in front of her, which was Avoni. I thought here, I drew terrible in the other race I had her in, so we sort of forced to go here. She's not well placed under plate conditions against some of these, a bit like when I spoke about Golden Boom earlier. But I love the run she's going to get. She'll be midfield here with a lightweight in the back. 52 Emily will ride down to. She won't take the full claim, down to 52, but she gets a really nice run, 4th, 5th behind them, and can race really well back to 1,200. She's a big knockout chance here. I love these plate races. I reckon they're unreal. I should put more of them on. You see the quality of fields you get in these Class 6 plates, and I think with the weight difference we have a good chance of knocking off the higher rated horses.
Okay. We are into the final furlong of this week's Final Gallop. Who is your best winning chance at Doomben on Saturday?
Warby, it's time for him. I know he's not the punter's pal, he's the bookie's favourite, then everyone always sacks him after he gets beat, but he's drawn to get the right run, about 3 pairs back this time. Maloney rides him unbelievably well. He knows the horse super, and 60 kilos won't stop him in this field. Okay, your best each way chance? Each way chance, I think we've got a few here, to be honest. I could easily have a Samu each way, but I'm going to go with the newcomer, Zarina Sophia. Okay. I think she maps beautifully, Orman knows her well. Been a bit quiet, Jimmy. He's busting to ride some winners in town on Saturdays, and I think this weekend this will be one of them. Your best at the provincials, we've got quite a few at Ipswich on Friday, and then also Saturday at Toowoomba and Sunday at Kilcoy. Yeah, we have got a few in this week. There's a few there I could tip, but I'm disappointed that Turn the Corner and Meritu are both in the same maiden. That annoys me. I wish they split them up racing Queensland. It would have made my life a bit better, a bit easier. But I'm going to go with little Quade. Okay. She hasn't quite got a run yet. I need one more scratching. It looks as though he will, but a low draw, 1100, lots of speed on. He should find the back of that speed and race really, really well there. So I think Quade's a really good chance provincials. although we got nice chances in the races we're in tomorrow there at Ipswich. That's tomorrow's our midweek metro meeting where we've been quite strong. Yesterday was provincials up at the Swamp, up Sunshine Coast. So we're back to what I'm hoping is a much more drying out Ipswich tomorrow. Even though I'm not a fan of the 8 metre rail, I think we've got some good chances tomorrow on a dry track.
Okay, your best track worker this week?
Track worker this week, well actually you wouldn't believe it if you watched the jump outs here or trials, or jump outs they were at Eagle Farm here on Tuesday, you wouldn't think we had a nice grass track in the morning because it trialled awful, but the track work in the morning was terrific. I thought Warby was really good, he was really good, Zren Sophia was really good, there was a bunch of nice horses, worked well. Turn the corner worked really good with Lantau Island, who's been scratched from a wide draw, so I think he can run huge in the maiden also.
Okay, and your winner for the week?
Winner for the week, I'm going to go with Rock Ribbed.
Rock Ribbed, yeah.
For a few reasons. I thought he was expected to win. Yeah. He got the job done, and he probably anchored a few multis home. So I think Rock Ribbed for me was the winner of the week. He's just had an unbelievably good prep. Yeah. He's doing everything right, and it was good to see Emily win on him after a day where she was on a few other horses fancied in the market. Things didn't work out, but Rock Ribbed duly saluted, so pretty happy with him.
Exactly. Okay, now it is time for Cav's Corner, which is supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. No good for Cav's multi again last week. Let's see if he can bounce back with 2 weeks he's had in the doldrums. He'll be sulking. Let's see what he's got.
Welcome to Cav's Corner for this week. This week we'll venture to Ipswich to a city meeting on Friday. We'll go Addition, a win, into Merit 2, a win. Good punting, guys.
Ipswich on Friday, he's gone Addition to win, into Merit 2, a win.
I'm surprised he hasn't gone place, because there'll be a very short price favourite, I'd imagine, in Addition's race, and the markets aren't out for these Friday fields as we do this preview this morning. So I'm surprised he hasn't gone place, but I'm not going to argue with him. Addition, you'll see her ridden quieter at Ipswich tomorrow. The blinkers have come off, she'll be ridden back quieter. We trialled her that way the other day and she was very effective. So it'll be a different style Addition tomorrow, but you'll see hit the line well, and Merit 2 blinkers on. She's a bit of space between runs, low draw, Emily Lang all sits up pretty positive. Okay, well good luck on Saturday at Moonee Valley and Doomben as we get ready to launch into a big spring hopefully. Yeah, big weekend ahead. Had Zrastro down there already, now we've got Golden Boom, then we've got a big Team Memsey Stakes Day next week at Caulfield. So everything's getting very busy and heating up nicely. Absolutely. Best of luck to everyone over the weekend.